Hey, yo, that's a new guy? That's a new guy? Hey, yo, Brody. Hey, you just got here, right? Yo, if you want to go to the swimming pool, bro, make sure you put in a request form to go to the roof. Swimming pool's on the roof, dog. If you know, you know. The swimming pool is always on the roof of the jail. Yo, what's poppin', man? It's your boy E.I. the King, and this is the Incarceration Podcast, where I talk about prison, pre, post, and present, and how everything that I experienced throughout my incarceration has forever changed my life. This is the incarceration. All right, so let's get to it, man. Is there swimming pools on the roof of the county jail or the prison or whatever facility that you're incarcerated in? What do you think? Go ahead and just put it in the comments right now. What do you think? Do you think that there is any prisons or jails that have swimming pools on the rooftop? So if you've done any time, Forever Convict family, listen, if you've done any time, you already know what I'm talking about. And what I'm speaking of is, listen, when you're incarcerated for years or months, I mean, I'm speaking to the convicts, people who've done decades. Obviously, we know more than anybody. We've seen absolutely everything. But even those people who've only been incarcerated for a few weeks or a few months or only do county time, yo, one day removed from society, in jail is one day too long, being separate from our family and loved ones. But the whole point that I'm getting at is while you're incarcerated, especially for a long amount of time, bro, you get extremely bored. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's million things you can do while you're incarcerated. You can use your time wisely. You know what I mean? You get your college degree, you can get trades. Most importantly, like myself, I genuinely and authentically encountered Jesus. The Lord transformed my life. But what I'm getting at is even still like learning how to do time in your schedule, there's still only limited amount of things that you can do. So for myself, and especially a lot of guys who grew up in the system, I'm a state-based baby, man. I grew up in juvenile detention, juvenile programs. Went to prison for the first time when I was 18. Went to the prison my third time by the time I was only 23. So I grew up in the system. I was institutionalized at a young age. So the point that I'm getting at is when you do a long bid, when you do a lot of time, bro, like you gotta make the best of it. And you just gotta have fun. So one thing that man we used to always do, I've seen happen a million times, and I've done it thousands of times myself, especially in the county jail. Like you really can't get away with it, at least like in the Florida prison, just because like there is no rooftop, and for the most part, people like begin their bid, even whenever, they leave the county going to prison, they at least have some amount of time under their belt. So they're not that green. I mean, they're still probably very green, but you can't lie to them about anything. But it's definitely the place to do it in the county jail is what I'm talking about now. The swimming pool on the roof. If you want to go to the swimming pool, make sure you write a request form, put it in the box and say, man, I would like to sign up for the swimming pool on the roof for next Wednesday. And what I mean by that is whenever the new people come to the county jail, normally it's like a big like prison or jail thing that people just lie and make up stuff for the purpose of entertainment. Of course, don't get me wrong, you got a whole bunch of like deceit going on anyways, a whole bunch of finesse, a whole bunch of manipulation, a whole bunch of lies, people trying to get over for whatever reason or whatever intention, to get food or dope or money or whatever it is. But even for the purpose of entertainment, to clown and to have fun. So what I was getting at, someone asked if I'm a Persian. Nah, but I got a whole bunch of Persian, homies. My best friend's Persian. I normally don't read comments, but this popped out of nowhere. And yeah, I'm not Persian, I'm Italian. But anyways, the whole point that I'm getting at is you got to put in a request form to do things, in the county jail, to go to like the chapel department or to go to education if you want to sign up for NA or AA, Alcoholic Anonymous or Narcotics Anonymous or whatever. So we would always lie, or like I seen it first whenever I was coming in. I don't think anyone ever did it to me, at least I can't recall, but I remember seeing it done to other people. And then, like I said, growing up in the system, and like I was already used to lying and used to like making my own fun while I was in juvenile programs and juvenile So in the county jail, the whole point I'm getting at of the story is when the new people come in, you be like, hey, bro, if you want to go to the pool, you got to put in a request form. We go to the pool every Wednesday. And I'm talking about, listen, some people do it to like the 10th degree. So everyone like in the dorm, in the pod, they all know about the lie. So everybody's like going along with it. And everybody's like, oh, bro, you signed up for the pool? Like, man, that's a bet, bro. Jail sucks. But, Wednesdays we go to the pool and it kind of makes us feel like we're free a little bit, man. So make sure you put in that request form. So everybody's like on the same page in the pod about the lie. Some people don't want to do it. They stay to themselves, whatever. But for the most part, like no one ruins it. So all the new guys coming in, people are always lying to them. And these people will actually get a request form and they'll write on it, I would like to sign up for the pool on the roof, on Wednesday. And they'll put it in. And whenever you turn the request forms, it goes to like classification or wherever it gets sorted out, and they send it to the department of which whoever you requested, whether it be the chapel, education, whatever. So it will always come back like in 2 weeks, or sometimes it won't even come back because administration will see it and they're like, this dude's an idiot. They already know the lick. But sometimes they'll come back and it'll be like a smart remark or whatever. But it'll get to the point to where like it'll come Wednesday and people will actually be like waiting by the door. People will be like getting their towels, and be like, man, I can't wait to go to the pool, dog. And this is funny because, bro, it's the stupidest, most pettiest, immature thing. But it's stuff like that, that actually helps your time go by. Just to see some green bean, some dude just fresh off the street who's never been to jail before, thing about doing time, and to see him over there standing by the door with a towel, talking about how he can't wait to go to the pool and he can't believe that there's pool in jail, So I know it's dumb, I know it's stupid, but anyways, I just wanted to share just some random, stupid, crazy prison story. I ain't been live in a couple days, probably in like a week or two. So I just want to go ahead and get back on here, get my consistent pattern going. So once again, man, listen, man, my name is E.I. the King. I've done over 12 years in prison from the age of 18 to 31. I've only been in society for 14 months. Right now, I'm turning 34, actually this month, and this is the longest I've been home since I was 16 years old. And I'm home now, I'm going on like 3 years. But like I always share my story, man, I just grew up fast, caught up in the street lifestyle, selling dope, robbing, and then out of detention, in and out of juvenile programs, went to prison the first time when I was 18. By the time I was 23, I was already in prison my third time. I was never brought up in the church, never wanted to be some Jesus freak or nothing like that, man. I loved the street lifestyle. I was caught up in it. And, that was my, dream. That was my fantasy, chasing the Scarface, illusion. But while I was incarcerated, man, I authentically and genuinely encountered Jesus for real, and he completely transformed my life. So I always share that with a story, man. Listen, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and do so, man. On this channel, man, you're going to get nothing but authentic, genuine, crazy, funny, goofy, stupid prison stories, not only from myself, firsthand experience over 12 years in prison, but as well I interview a whole bunch of people as well, people who've done life, beaten or overturned their life sentences, even people on death row, a whole bunch of gang members, ex-gang members, whatever, a whole bunch of prison content, man. But most importantly, of course, you're going to hear the crazy war stories and things like that, but we always want to champion just the underdog story, man, the redemption story of not only God transforming our lives, but his fellow convicts who get out and rather than going back to a street lifestyle, we get out and we succeed and we're successful. Myself, I'm a business owner, entrepreneur. I have 2 businesses, pressure washing company and entertainment company. I got 2 distribution companies, a record label, sign artists, artist development, things like that. But most importantly, man, I share all that, to give God glory, number one, but also too, just to share and to remind you and to remind everybody, especially the forever convict family out there, all the homies, all the men and women out there who've done time, that, we champion that term, forever convict, not because we're proud of our previous crimes, but because despite our crazy past lifestyle in the midst of our incarceration as we were in jail or prison, for myself and many other people that I know, that place of incarceration is what the Lord used to radically transform my life and other people's lives. And I'm not ashamed of that. And even though people in society may coin us as second-class citizens and convicts in a bad way, nah, man, forever convict. I'm not ashamed of the time that I've done. I wouldn't take back 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 decade, because that's where the Lord completely and radically transformed my life. But going back to the prison story, listen, if you've ever been to jail or prison, is there swimming pools on the roof? What do y'all think? Go ahead and drop it in the comments right now. Is there pools on the roof? And once again, for the people who had just hopped in the live and didn't hear my story, what I was getting at and the whole intention of this live is just to share the fact that, don't get me wrong, in prison, is there violence? Yes. Is there extortion? Yes. Is there murder? Fights, people getting jumped, gang wars, gang violence, people getting their heads cracked open, people getting stabbed, sex offenders getting preyed upon, the weak getting preyed upon. Does all that go down in prison? Yes, of course. That's the negative. And sadly, yes, it's predominant. You know what I mean? When you have an environment, a community, a prison where it's nothing but people who come from a lifestyle of crime, murderers, robbers, rapists, sex offenders, thieves, liars, manipulators, all this, confined in a space. Of course, the predominant culture can sadly negatively be crazy and be destructive, but that's not it. You know what I mean? There's also a positive side of incarceration. Like I was sharing earlier, number one, that's where the Lord transformed my life. But also too, man, I got my college degree in prison, man. I got my associates in general education from a real college. I got homies who got their bachelor's degrees and people who are working on their masters. Not only that's where I grew up, I'm a state-raised baby. I grew up in the system, but that's where I genuinely discovered who I was as a man. And I'm not talking about, like, I grew up fast at a young age. At 15, I was out there robbing with guns, selling dope, and in the streets and hanging out with people 3 times my age, out there on the corner, just selling dope, robbing, wild, and just throwing my life away. So I grew up fast, but it was a little boy mentality. It was a street mentality. It wasn't true, authentic manhood. So I discovered who I was as a man, who God created me to be while I was incarcerated. But not only that, like I was sharing already before, when you're doing decades in prison, when you got years to go, yeah, like it's depressing. It sucks. You're missing your family. You're missing your kids grow up. All of these things. It's sad. It hurts. Yes. But like you can't do time like that. Because if you do time like that, you're going to go absolutely crazy. The first game you're going to get from an old head, from an old convict, whenever you go up the road, like the old heads are going to tell you ASAP, especially when you're young, going to the prison system, you got your head on your shoulders, you're a man, you stand on your own too. The old head's going to tell you, Jit, you got to stay busy, dog. Like you can't be laying on your rack, staying in your cell all day, laying around, moping around, thinking about your case or thinking about the free world, because you're going to drive yourself crazy. And don't get me wrong, it's great to have family coming to see you. It's great to get visitations. It's great to be able to get on the phone and call your people and all those things. But from what I've experienced and what many other convicts will share with you who are doing and who have done a lot of time, is that can really slow your time down. And don't get me wrong, everybody does time different. Some people, man, I know people got life sentences and they get visitation every week. And, shout out to them. And that's beautiful and amazing for them. But for me, while I was doing time, it was hard to see my kids in Viso and then them to leave. I was only able to see them for once a month. And it was just a reminder to me of my failure as a father and me negatively affecting my kids' lives by not being there. Or just calling them or calling my family and calling homies, and just you're reminded of everything that you're missing and everything you threw away because of your bad decisions. So it's hard to stay tapped into the streets, to stay tapped into society while you're doing time. And it's normally a lot easier. Don't get me wrong, you got to handle responsibilities as a father, as a parent, write letters, call, parent as much as you can from behind the fence, and just be a real friend, a real family member, whatever you can do, and be there for people as you can to some degree while you're doing time. But the best way to do time is to focus on prison, to focus on your routine, to stay busy, stay active, continue to be intentional about growing and maturing and bettering yourself. And like I mentioned before, authentically chasing Jesus and growing a deep, authentic relationship with God. But with all of that, you got to have some fun, man. You got to genuinely have some fun. Don't get me wrong, there's a time and a place for everything. Because if you're in certain environments, in certain prisons, in certain dorms, and it's a very violent culture, and once again, too, now, what you see on the movies and TV and 60 Days In and all these crazy Hollywood productions about jail and prison, people always ask, is it really like that? And I always respond yeah, it can get like that and it can be like that, but it's not like that all the time, or that's not the full picture. So like I said before, is there violence? Is there murders? Is there extortion? Is there, the weak getting preyed upon? Is there robberies? Is there all this crazy stuff going on? Have I seen people get killed? Yes. Have I seen people be sexually assaulted? Yes. Have I seen people get stabbed? Yes. Have I seen people get robbed, jumped, latched, gang initiations, gang wars, race wars? I've seen it all. And anybody who's done a lot amount of time, they've seen it all too. But that's not the full story. That's not all there is. There's also like, man, I got some of my great, funniest, hilarious memories. I've done pretty much the majority of my adult life so far. You know, I'm only 34, but I've done the majority of my adult life in prison. And I've done all my teens and all my 20s in prison. So I've spent over 12 years in prison. I'm only 30, turning 34 this month. So almost half my life has been incarcerated. So that's where all my memories are. And they're not all negative. They're not all bad. I've had a lot of great, fun, hilarious times in the chain gang. And you kind of have to learn how to do time and learn how to have fun while you're incarcerated. Of course, like I was already mentioning, like you can wild out and have fun, but it's got to be balanced, because sometimes like, and the jits are known for this. If you're not from Florida, you don't know what jit means. Jit means like a young buck, you know, somebody who's like 25 and under or whatever, somebody who's young. The jits sometimes they can get too playful, they can get too friendly, they can get too like play games all the time. And I think in like Texas or in other states they call them what they call them, wildcats, something like that. I forget what it is. It's a prison term. I forget. If you know what it is, go ahead and just drop it in the comment. But I hear there's another term where people say jits in other states or whatever. But you always see with the jits, sometimes they're too friendly and they play too much, and you know they end up like playing with the wrong person or crossing the boundary or disrespecting somebody, and they might get stabbed behind it, or they may get their head bust open for it, or they could get the whole dorm shook down and things like that. So there's got to be like balance with it. But like I mentioned, the whole purpose of the video, like, yo, in prison, are there swimming pools on the roof? Hell nah, of course not. I've never heard of no jail or any prison with a swimming pool on the roof. Maybe in some type of like low-level federal prisons, or maybe some jails in like Iowa or Kansas or some like rural areas, but I've personally never seen or heard of a pool in any jail or prison. The whole reason why it says that in the description of the video is because in the county jail, all the guys who've been in county jail before or been in prison, when they're waiting to go to prison and new people come in, it's fun to lie to them about stuff. You know what I mean? Like, yo, like if you ain't know there's a swimming pool on the roof, go ahead and write in a request form. That's how you go. Say, yo, I want to sign up for the swimming pool on Wednesdays. And you see them over there waiting by the door on Wednesdays, and the whole dorm's a part of the lie. Everybody's getting their towels, and just to clown the guy who's new, who actually is dumb enough to think there's a swimming pool on the roof. And there isn't none. You know what I mean? I've been doing this for years. Even in like juvenile programs, I used to say that we go like to graduate each level of the program, we had to run like a 6 mile, an 8 mile, and 12 mile. And I would have my new bunkie, my new cellie, who literally just got there. I'd have him up like stretching at like 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, bro, we about to go on a run, dog. You know what I mean? Like, you want to get up and get ready, dog, because if you don't pass these miles, bro, like you're gonna get like recycled and you're gonna have to stay another week. So I would just be a hot-headed jit, is wild, dumb, but I'm doing it for entertainment because I'm bored. You know, and obviously as you grow and you mature, like the jokes get different and things like that. But these are just dumb, innocent, stupid jokes that I remember doing in prison. I actually remember I was at a prison out here in Florida, and I was probably like 20, maybe 19. So I'm still like, you know, once again, I grew up fast. 14, 15, I was off the porch. I was in the streets, wilding, toting guns, selling dope, robbing, throwing my life away. So I grew up fast in the streets. But still, I always like, I guess was immature, like when it comes to playing around and being goofy, and especially in prison, because like I already mentioned, you got so much time on your hands and you're bored, you learn to like have fun. Yo, by the way, listen, man, y'all go ahead and like this channel, bro. Like this video, hit the like button. And listen, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, man, go ahead and subscribe now. This is the Incarceration Podcast. All I do is talk about prison, pre, post, present, how everything I experienced on my incarceration has forever changed my life. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you like prison content. All I do is tell crazy prison, funny, goofy, weird prison stories that I've experienced, that I've seen, as well as interviewing other people who've been there and seen it. So if you've done any time in prison or jail, whatever, if you like prison content, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Share it with somebody who hasn't. Yo, listen, we're on the journey to 50,000 subs. 50,000 subs. Right now, we're almost at 20K. I appreciate all the support and all the love from everybody, for all the Forever Convict family supporting this channel. But if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so. Share this channel with somebody who hasn't. Go ahead and like this video. And listen, once again, I am a rapper. My name is EI the King. You can find my music on all streaming platforms, Apple, Spotify, whatever. I wrote my first album while I was incarcerated. So a lot of my music is about prison. It comes from prison experiences. And I still write now today to people who are incarcerated, because I travel throughout the nation, going back into prisons and jails, sharing my story, how the Lord transformed my life, just to inspire and motivate and encourage them that even in the midst of the incarceration, God got purpose for their life. He can transform their lives. This He transformed mine and many other people as well. So EI the King on all streaming platforms, Apple, Spotify, whatever. I also have another YouTube channel. Go look me up on EI the King on YouTube. Subscribe to that channel as well. I have another podcast on there. It's called Let Me Talk, Bro. So check out that podcast. It's about my music, life, ministry, etc., etc. All right, so listen, back to what I was getting at when it comes to when I was at this prison. So I'm like 19, right? And I'm in the corner, and like we got a good like area in the corner. Like everybody is like, it's an open bay dorm, so there's like 2-man racks. And everybody who's back in this corner, we all got a good vibe. You know, like sometimes, bro, in some dorms, like you got bunkies, you got people around you that you don't like, and you can just like feel the tension. And like I said, I've already mentioned before, every prison, every dorm, there's always a different vibe. There's always a different culture. I'm always in gangland. Like that's always been my experience at all the prisons I've been at in the state of Florida. I think I've been in over maybe 9 prisons. I forget. But I always end up in gangland. I always end up, for the most part, I normally end up like in good dorms. But I've done a lot of my time around life with like a lot of time just because my custody was always high because of my violent charges and because I had like an escape DR on my jacket or whatever. But anyways, whole point I'm getting at is while I'm in this dorm, we got an area like in the cut to where like everybody got along and we're always like laughing and clowning. It was a wild camp. It was gangland, but our dorm was pretty cool. You know, it would pop off every once in a while. But there was a lot of respect in the dorm, and the cut where I was sleeping at, everybody got along and everybody was cool. So we had come up with this game to where every Friday, I think there was maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, there's 6 of us in the cut, you know, 2-man bunks. And we all had an agreement to where like every Friday we would take turns we would pick one person like every week. Like, and I was like 19, I ain't care. I would always be the first to volunteer. I'd be like, yo, send me on a mission. I'm ready. And because I want to get it going. I want to set the motion. I want to set the momentum and see everybody have fun and clown. So every Friday we would do this. Everybody had to take turns, but everybody wouldn't do it every week. Depends on everybody was feeling. It normally be like 2 or 3 people, but I was down and willing every week. So I'd always start every week. I would be the crash dummy because I ain't care. I thought it was hilarious, and it was really my idea in the first place. So everybody would agree who it would be, and like I said, I would go first. But then everybody would agree who they would send me to in the dorm. But one thing we had to do, we had to keep it like respectful. You couldn't be blatantly disrespectful. And you couldn't pick nobody who was like crazy, who would like stab you in the face to try to kill you. So they would pick somebody, somebody in the clique, us 6, and I would volunteer first. So I would have to go. And they would send me on a mission to go up to somebody, which they all picked randomly. And they would tell me what I would have to say. And I couldn't explain it. I couldn't say, hey, I'm sent here from my friends and this is a mission. Nah. I would just have to go up to people and say the dumbest stuff. Like this dumb stuff. Like an example, like I had to go up to this real fat dude named Tank. Tank was cool as hell. You know what I mean? Nothing was wrong with Tank. And he didn't smell, but they came up with this dumb idea. So like, yo, you gotta pull up on Tank and be like, yo, Tank, man, what's your favorite soap, Brody? And he'd be like, you know, he would just say it and then be like, all right, appreciate it, and just walk off. And not explain yourself. Just really weird, really awkward, just dumb, stupid, goofy humor. So I pull up a Tank, be like, yo, Tank, let me holler at you real quick. He'd be like, yo, EI, what's good, dog? I'd be like, yo, question for you, bro. He'd be like, what's up? I'd be like, yo, what's your favorite soap? And he'd be like, I buy Irish Spring. Why? And I'm like, nah. I was just wondering. All right, peace. And I just walk off. And like everybody in the cut, they're all watching like so they don't want to be seen laughing. And they're all like just like dying, laughing, you know what I mean? And that's so dumb and it's so innocent. But it's just a point to where little stupid, immature stuff like that, it would be hilarious. And we would descend. And once again, too, like I was legit, I was wild. Like I was used to doing dumb stuff, crash out stuff. But like some of the guys in the cut, they're like old heads. And we would have these old heads going up to random people. My dog, Scotty Boy. Scotty Boy is like 6'7", you know, real tall white dude. Tall, lengthy country boy. So Scotty Boy went up to them. We would always have to pick people who we would send them to. But sometimes if a new person came in the dorm, we would always pick the new person to see kind of where they're at and really just to clown and freak them out. So this new kid came in the dorm, young Jit. He's probably like maybe 5'4", young short Jit. But he was stocky. You could tell he's from the streets, a little rough Jit. So we sent Scotty Boy to him. So Scotty Boy, and this was his mission. So he went up to this Jit and he tapped him on the shoulder. And remember, now Scotty Boy is like 6'7", so he's not really jacked. He's a tall and lengthy. So he's tiring this Jit. So he stands over him, taps him on the shoulder. The Jit turns around and Scotty Boy looks at him and goes, "Pots and pans, lumber cans. I like to wash my hands." And like slowly walks back and just walks away. Don't say nothing. And we're all in the cut, just dying laughing. And it's just like, they're just looking around like, yo, and this is first day in prison. First day in the dorm, never been in prison before. And he got this tall country dude saying, "Pots and pans, lumber cans. I like to wash my hands." They just walk away. So this dude's like terrified, looking crazy, hilarious. So anyways, man, these are random prison stories. And the whole point of this episode was to share with you that, yeah, prison can be crazy. It can be violent. It can be insane. But also as well, man, you got to learn how to have fun. And those are just some random, innocent, stupid, immature examples of how we have fun in prison. Listen, if y'all have not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and do so. The Incarceration Podcast. Go ahead and like this video. Share this channel with anybody who has not yet subscribed. Right now, we're at 20,000 subscribers. I appreciate all the love, all the support, all the emotion. Share this channel with anybody who has not yet subscribed, who enjoys prison content. I did over 12 years in prison, dog. So from this channel, not only are you going to hear from me, but other people I interview. Whole bunch of crazy, funny, goofy, weird things you would never even think of or even could imagine that I and other people have experienced in prison. But also, too, man, we champion the underdog stories, the redemption stories of how we get out and we become successful, bro, and leave that lifestyle of crime. And for the people like myself, when I was incarcerated, the Lord Jesus Christ completely transformed my life. And I'm now walking in my purpose, which God has created for me. So I want to continue to encourage and remind everybody out there as well. Know that God's got huge call and purpose upon your life. And we only truly tap into that through faith in Christ Jesus. You know what I mean? And also, too, man, my name's E.I. the King. I am a rapper, man. I am a rapper, so go ahead and check out my music. I got 19,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. So I don't say that to flex. I'm just saying that, like, I rap for real. You know what I mean? That's my career. So go ahead and check out all my music on all streaming platforms, Apple, Spotify, whatever. Go ahead and subscribe to my other YouTube channel. It's my official artist channel, E.I. the King. And I also have another podcast. It's called Let Me Talk, Bro. So go ahead and check that out as well. I'm going to go ahead and scroll through these comments real quick, y'all. Am I Persian? Jesse Cologne, what's good? I'm not Persian, I'm Italian. Rodolph, I see you back in the chat. What's going on, bro? He's calling me to dance, man. I'm going to do the robot real quick for you, bro. Just cuz, man. Lance Meyer, what's good? Yo, is there a diving board or nah? Nah, there's no pool in jail, dog. I was just capping. Rodolph, man, why can't they press the like button? I appreciate it. Y'all go hit the like button, man. Karabaka says, Rodolph, are you Turkish? I don't know. Juan Pons, GP, this is not general population. I'm not in prison. It's all prison memorabilia for the 12 years I did in prison. Lance Meyer, appreciate the encouragement, bro. Carvo, God bless you as well, bro. Lance Meyer, in the free world, definitely. Jeff Johnson says, how is your temperament? If you perceive disrespect with somebody, would you react calmly or what? Man, that's a great question, dog. I share with people all the time that coming home from prison, that was one of my biggest challenges coming home. I wasn't like Billy Bad Guy at a chain gang, bro. Jesus transformed my life in prison. Prison became a missionary journey for me. Don't get me wrong, I had to like stand on my own too and like, be assertive at times for sure. But the whole point I'm getting at is that in prison, the law of the land is respect. Out here, man, everyone's disrespectful. So navigating through disrespect in society was definitely a learning curve out here. So I was confrontational coming home, but I had to learn how to be humble, like, and out here in a different way and not let it get to me. What's good, JS? This is not federal prison. I'm out. Lance Meyer says depends on the facility. Sped Free, you're a real inspiration. Hey, man, I appreciate that, bro. Hey, Sped Free, stay encouraged, bro. Good to meet you, dog. Dalton Macaulay, what's the question, bro? Jonathan says all gay men are extremely buff. Is this by choice? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Oh, by the way, listen, this is a troll-friendly channel. If y'all want to troll, roast, whatever, man, I hear comments all the time about my beard, my crooked nose, my jacked up teeth, my hairline, whatever. This is a troll-friendly channel, man. Honestly, it's humorous to me. I get a kick out of it, so y'all more than welcome to say whatever you want in the chat. Brian Lemon, appreciate the encouragement. Cash Dollars was good, bro. Hey, I appreciate, he said, the tablet on the rec yard, man. Hey, and you at home. Hey, Cash Dollars, bro. Hey, welcome home, bro. Hey, glad that you out here, man. Stay encouraged, my G. Forever convict. Nola Moore, what's going on? Kansas says they don't have none of that. Bro, they ain't got no pools and where I was at either. Steve Buh says blood is lying. I mean, bro, that's why Sharon. Joshua Delgado, what's good? Those are DC numbers. What's going on? Chandler, ain't no pool in prison. Hey, down in Texas, TDC, absolutely not. But the heat is no AC. Yeah, for real. A pool would be fire though, and it would definitely attract a lot of punks. Yo, that's real. Appreciate the feedback, dog. Joshua Delgado was good. You did 10 years in PA. All right. Lilo was good. Zaina from Kanaki was good. Amina was good. Hey, I'm trying to hop off this live, y'all, man. Joshua was good. Lance was good. Leo Blessings. Shout out from Brooklyn, Joshua Delgado. Leo, stay positive as well. Steve, this is not pre-recorded live. Appreciate the encouragement. Anthony Turner. E.I. the King. E.I. space the T-H-E King. K-I-N-G. Ian says I look smelly. I mean, I think I smell great. I was working out earlier, though. Smith family was good. My day's going great. What's going on? $5 if you sing Hotline Bing full song. I'm not gonna sing, but I mean I would appreciate the $5 though. Ozzy was good, bro. Ozzy Prison Stories was good, man. Cuffs, Chico from Phoenix. He said he's a cop. Nah, bro, it's all prison memorabilia. That's what it is. Definitely not a cop. Unknown location. Did I ever drop a soap? Nah. Steve says I'm an NPC. Missy Porter says, when am I going back to Parchment? I'd love to go back whenever they allow me. Well, I just got to schedule something, have someone reach out to me. I'd love to go back. Roy Plummer was good. You owe me 20 animal calls. I don't get it. That's weird. Roy Plummer, what's up, though? Dallas was good, bro. Roy Plummer, you did 4 years, 3 months, 30 years in Michigan. Oh, I get it. Yeah, you owe me 20 animal calls. Yeah. When I seen that, you just did time. Yeah, click. For sure, bro. Or Beyonce's, you know what I mean? Whenever people lose in spades or, dominoes, whatever, that you got to owe them something. So it's like 20 animal calls. They'll be in a chow hall. They're like on site right now. They'll be like, caca, this weird stuff. Or Beyonce's. Them boys be twerking in the chow hall on demand. Yeah, for sure. Hey, glad that you out, bro. And off parole. And you making $35 an hour. Hey, Roy Plummer, man. Shout out, bro. Dallas was good, bro. Hey, she said don't take no words from prisoners. What's going on, Long Coomer? Dallas was good. Zach Baker was good. You can't listen if you're deaf. Well, then, I mean, I'm sorry, bro. Maybe you could check out the videos that have captions. How do you find me on Apple Music? Yeah, the King. Crash Valentin. I appreciate it. John Frederick, what's good, bro? Hey, exactly. Ain't no pool on the roof. John, what's up? Steve, man, ain't no father. Who fell off, man? Mike A, what's good, homie? Joe M, what's good, Brody? Anthony Smith, I'm not going to sing Hotline Bling. Missy Porter, I would love to go back to Parchment. Only one me. Where's the swimming pool? It's on the roof. You got to fill out a request form. I'll go up there on Wednesdays. Pepe, what's good? John Frederick, what's good, Brody? He looks like Chew on pennies. I don't know who that is, but that's hilarious. Hey, bro wants to be 1090 Jake, man. Tell 1090, man. Let me get on the channel, dog. Naldi says, what's up? John Frederick. Hey, yes, sir. I'm going to pull up on you, bro. I'm sorry. My schedule's been crazy. I'm going to hit you, John. Tebe was good. Ganache says, do I chew on rocks? I've heard that. That's a good troll comment. Chris Reiner, Jesus touch your life too. Praise God, man. Salute. Ryan McHugh, you agree dealing with disrespect and how to deal with it for sure. Michael Eleanor. AZ, Christ is King. Amen, bro. Michael was good. Robin 67. Yo, G, shout out from Italy. We got Italy in the building, bro. JOK. No, I'm not in jail right now. It's all prison memorabilia for my 12 years in prison. John Frederick. I said my dog ain't lying. Hey, there you go. I'm going to hit you up, John. Natty from South Africa. We got South Africa in the building. Alex Sanchez, what's good? Hey, Aussie Prison Stories, what's good, man? You came to woke up and say what's good, man. Appreciate it, man. Good morning, bro. Hey, Ryan McEwen, what's good, bro? See the 6 in North Carolina. Glad that you're home, Brody. Missy Porter, I would love to go back to Parchment. Hey, John said, my boy ain't no cop. Appreciate the support, Brody. Ozzy, what's good? Ganaj, do you use rocks instead of chewing gum? That's a good one, dog. Missy said, your husband's there in Camp 28. Shout out to your husband. Jay, I ain't gonna troll too much. Respect. Appreciate it. Alex Sanchez. San Antonio in the building, man. ATX. Roy Plummer, what's good, man? Appreciate that. You already know I got it. Anthony Jenkins, what's good, man? We did time. We didn't have social media. Even prisoners, they getting soft. Prisoners down there is getting soft. Anthony Jenkins, what's good, dog? I'm not in prison. This is all prison memorabilia. Linda Santos was good. Zaina from Kaneki was good. Did you get bummed in prison or did you do the bumming? Neither or. Carlos was good. How many burpees can you execute, man? I could probably do, man, probably 500. I don't know, but I don't ever do burpees, but I can definitely do it. What's good, my boy? Is you live from Cell Block 3? Bam the Can, man. What's good? Ben Carsada, what's good? Duncan, what's good? Germany in the building, what's good? John Frederick, 1090, my guy. Hey, John, you really know 1090, bro? Hey, connect me with him, bro. James Snooker was good. Christopher Alcala was good. John Frederick, praise Jesus for real. Mark was good. Kate Alcorn was good. You made a mean comment one time and you wanted to say I'm sorry. I appreciate the apology. Chris Reiner was good. Mark says drop out. God bless you. Aussie Prison Stories. Zana from South Pacific was good. Mark, drop out of what? Greetings from Mexico. Ben Rob, we got Mexico in the building. James Snooker, I've never been in the military. Loomis was good. Caesar was good. Caesar, we got Netherlands in the building. Was good. Not a gamer. Yes, that's gold. Jen Lee was good. George Mazedoff was good. Chobun, I hear that all the time. The Morgan Maven, I like my background. It's very creative. I appreciate that. Southern Entertainment was good, bro. You just got done doing the dime piece. Welcome home, Brody. Mike Rogney, I'm in my apartment. This is all prison memorabilia from my 12 years in prison. Fan lover, English or Spanish. I think there's a trend going on. I really don't quite get it yet. Aussie Prison Stories, Sydney, Australia in the building was good, man. Shout out to Sydney. Aaron Cardenas, Cali in the building. Mike Rodney says rap, paperwork 100. War Snicker, Oz, got a bounce. What's good, bro? Oz in the building. Jeremiah Fleming, Rochester, New York in the building. What's good? Southern Entertainment, no bad pass controls. No bad pass controls your future. That's facts. Sylvia Johnson, St. Louis in the building. What's good? John Frederick, I see you watching right now. What's good, Brody? Canada in the building. What's good? Charles was good. Savage, find your push, don't stop. Appreciate the encouragement, dog. Talk off the city. What's good? We got Memphis in the building. Roy Plummer was good. Rat's a serious word. SMH, they don't know that word. Don't get thrown around. Just check papers. Facts. You definitely can't throw that word around, man. For real. Paperwork 100. Hazini, Mirage, North Africa in the building. Shout out to North Africa. Cleveland in the building. What's good? Cleveland in the building. Hello from Nigeria. Nigeria in the building. Hey, listen, I got to hop off this live. Listen, love y'all. If y'all have not subscribed to this channel, right now we're at 20K. We're running this channel up to 50K. That's the next milestone. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Go ahead and subscribe now. If you know anybody who enjoys prison content, I did over 12 years in prison. You can hear nothing but crazy, funny, weird, unbelievable prison stories. So share this channel with them so they can subscribe as well. Do me a favor, like this video right now, man. Tell other people to like it, comment. I am a rapper. My name is E.I. the King. I wrote my first album while I was in prison. Like I said, I got 19,000 monthly listeners. I don't say that to flex, but because like my music is really my career. So, man, it's good music. It's fire. I wrote, like I said, my first album in prison. A lot of my music I still write to those who are incarcerated. So go ahead, check out my music on all streaming platforms, Apple, Spotify, whatever. Also, please go to my other YouTube channel, E.I. the King. I also have another podcast called Let Me Talk, Bro. Subscribe to that channel as well. We're going to tap in tomorrow. Love y'all. Stay encouraged. Videos, content dropping. It's your boy, E.I. the King, and this is the Incarceration Podcast, man, where I talk about prison, pre, post, and present, how everything that I experienced throughout my incarceration has forever changed my life. This is the Incarceration Forever Convict family. Love y'all, man.